What's up, peeps? Thanks for joining me. My name's Damon Warren, and on this channel I do consumer tech help. Today I got the iPhone 13 Pro. Little background: I've used a lot of different phones, the Windows Phone, Android, Pixel. I moved to the iPhone 12 Pro. This is not sponsored, but on Xfinity Mobile. With Xfinity Mobile, they have, if you finance the phone, once you have it halfway paid off, you can upgrade the next year. So I decided to upgrade. This year's model is the iPhone 13. I'm gonna open up the box, first impressions. So before I open the box unopens aren't like they used to. Let's just say that. Got a picture of the device on the outside. There's some writing on the other side. Tells you it's an iPhone. It's kind of a standard box. So I got the 12, I got the 13. I wasn't really gonna upgrade, but then there was one thing that I really was interested in, especially for content creators or somebody that likes to take pictures, videos, different things. This has what is called a cinematic mode. And it's not just that it blurs the background. What this cinematic mode does, it allows you to blur the background or change the focus in post. So you can change it in the post. Just because the way you shoot it doesn't mean the way that you have to present it to your audience. So I was excited about that. It also has ProRes video. So on the 12, they had ProRes for the photography, and that's really nice. It gives you a raw image so you can do some post on it. On the 13, they introduced the same idea, but in video. Takes up a lot more room, so this one was a 128. I bumped up to a 256 to make sure I had enough room on this model. The basic model this year for the Pro was 128. Last year it was 64. So the price is the same. The 128 is the same as the 64 of last year. So there's that. Pro Video, cinematic mode, update to the cameras. This one also has a macro. So what a macro is, it allows you to get really close, like see a bug's eye with the camera. So I'm very interested to get into some macro photography. It's using the 15 chip, and that brings me to the processor. The processor is the latest, greatest processor for the phone, so it's fast. So once again, I'm editing 4K footage on my phone, on my mobile device when I'm walking around. So that's something that they used to stop me before, was the fact that I would record something and then I had to wait until I got home to my desktop computer in order to edit and do a final product. Now I don't have to wait. I can do it right on my phone. So while I'm traveling, I can finish a project, I can edit, transfer it to the iPad, from the iPad to my MacBook. Makes it very seamless. So this is being incorporated into the whole production. The battery life. So I already like the battery life. This allows me to, like in a half an hour, I don't know exactly how much, maybe 50% charge, but in a half an hour, I can get a good amount of charge on this phone, and this one is supposed to be even better. So that's one thing. iPhone 13 Pro and the Pro Max are the ones that do 120 Hertz. So it's fast on the screen, fluid motion, and it does like a ramping thing. So depending on what you're actually looking at or using it for, it will tone it down so you don't go through the battery as fast. It allows it to ramp up and ramp down to conserve battery. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the screen is. A lot of people said that the screen is brighter, so I'll do a comparison with the screen. So let's open this up, 13 Pro, and see what we got. So yeah, the box openings aren't what they used to be. So there's a pull tab. That's there. That's the whole box and opening right there. There's a little pull tab. Look at that right there. I went with this kind of slate color. Inside the box, USB-C to FireWire, so they're still holding on to the FireWire. There is no charger, so you're gonna need an actual plug that plugs in or a device that you could plug it into. But they do give you the cord for now. And then you got a SIM eject tool and a little bit of paperwork. Most of the paperwork is online. So there was a SIM eject tool here with the package from Xfinity Mobile. There was also a SIM ejection tool, the instructions. There's my SIM card right there. It's an easy self-install. And here's the phone. This is like kind of like a slate color. So hopefully you can see that right there. That's the slate color right there. That's a nice color right there. I got the two different colors now, so yeah. I'll do them side by side so you can really see what the colors are looking like. How they shine and glisten. So one of the important things is that I try to take care of my phones, so then that way I can always upgrade. It's like leasing a car, basically. That is one of my tips, right? Take care of your phone and then you just treat it like a lease. You keep paying on it and you trade it in. Watch your mileage. All right, so this is what they look like on the back. So they do look just about the same, right? Lenses are bigger on the 13. If I hold it like this, you might be able to see how the lenses are bigger, but to the untrained eye, they look the same. Here we go, we'll go side by side. This year was more about software than anything else. This metallic look that goes all the way around is really nice. I always like that. Only thing is, I put it in the case, so this will probably be the only time I see it. All right, so like, let's open them up. Here we go. And that was it. Okay. When you get a new Apple device, it's really easy to set it up onto your network. Log on to this. This will automatically recognize this on my network or there's other devices around. And it's seamless as far as setting it up. You'll see a quick start. So now it just asks me for Face ID. Then I'm setting up a passcode. Can restore from iCloud, restore from Mac or PC, transfer directly from phone, move data from Android. Now what happens is when you sign in from a new device, it alerts like every device I have with a passcode. So it not only lets me know that somebody's logging in, but they need this verification in order to use the device. It's great security. It comes up on my watch, came up on my phone, on the Mac, on the iPad. All of them had an alert to let me know. Here's something that's good about is Xfinity Wi-Fi. It is the internet. With the app, I get alerted whenever there's a new device that gets added to my Wi-Fi. So I just got an alert on my watch that said there was a new device added to my Wi-Fi. So even with the correct credentials and everything, there is an alert to let you know there's a new device on your Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of security that's built into it. First accessory I always get is a case. It's a nice simple case. Important thing for the case is that it's compatible with the MagSafe. Now this is a MagSafe wallet that I have from Moft, M-O-F-T. Cool thing about this is just big enough. Keep a couple cards in there, business card, a credit card. I also have my Tappy on the back. What a Tappy is, I can touch this to the back. Somebody says, hey, you got your information? This uses the NFC, loads up like a starting page, like a for bio page. And the thing about Tappy that I like, I can change if it's personal, like if I'm getting ready to go on a personal trip, I'm going to be around family or something, I can change that in the site. It takes like 2 seconds. There's an app. So they'll get that page. If I know I'm going to a business function or something, or I'm shooting somewhere and I want them to go to my business page, I can instantly click it over to the business page and they'll go to that using the same Tappy, and they've got different designs for these and everything. So if it's your first time here, welcome. If you've returned, thanks for coming back. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's free. Helps me out a lot. It's nice and sturdy and it folds down to a stand. So now I've got a stand, I've got my information, everything's ready to go. Welcome to iPhone. Swipe up to get started. Now, one thing I always suggest, Keep your devices updated. Go in there at least once a month. See if there's any updates. A lot of times there might be a software update, new functionality, especially with the security updates. You can set it up at night when you go to sleep. You can see I'm updating it right there. So if you got any questions or any comments on this iPhone 13 Pro, hit me up down in the comments. If you got any tips for me, let me know. Thanks for checking out this video. And remember, take care of each other. Peace out, and I'll see you all soon.